Loki is both a god and a jötunn in Norse mythology. Loki is in some sources the son of Fárbauti and Laufey, and the brother of Helblindi and Býleistr. By the Jոտun Angrboda, Loki is the father of Hel, the wolf Fenrir, and the world serpent Jörmungandr. By his wife Sigyn, Loki is the father of Narfi and or Nari. Loki's relation with the gods varies by source. Loki sometimes assists the gods and sometimes behaves in a malicious manner towards them. Loki is a shape-shifter, and in separate incidents he appears in the form of a salmon, a mare, a fly, and possibly an elderly woman named Thok. Old Norse means thanks. Loki's positive relations with the gods end with his role in engineering the death of the god Balder, and Loki is eventually bound by Váli with the entrails of one of his sons. In both the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda, the goddess Skadi is responsible for placing a serpent above him while he is bound. The serpent drips venom from above him that Sigyn collects into a bowl. However, she must empty the bowl when it is full, and the venom that drips in the meantime causes Loki to writhe in pain, thereby causing earthquakes. With the onset of Ragnarok, Loki is foretold to slip free from his bonds and to fight against the gods among the forces of the Jotnar, at which time he will encounter the god Heimdall and the two will slay each other. In the beginning, Loki was merely a personification of hate. As the stories went on, he became a devil. Sources indicated that Loki was originally a demon, or a jötunn, since he born to two giants. Loki, as a result of sharing blood with Odin, became an Aesir, making him Odin's brother. In contrast with Marvel Comics' version of Loki, Loki is actually Thor's step-uncle, not his brother. Asgard's wall. It is said that when the brick mason, giant builder of Asgard's walls, demanded an unreasonably high price for his work, he requested the sun, the moon, and Freya as his wife. It was Loki's idea to give him 6 months to build the wall. Thinking that surely the man would fail, and that Loki's plan was infallible, the gods all agreed, all except Freya, who was part of the bargain. When the brick mason and his stallion, Svadilfari, had made much progress on the wall before his time expired, the gods all turned to Loki, threatening him with death if he didn't find a way to make sure the wall wasn't finished within the 6th month. Fearing for his life, Loki took the form of a young mare and enticed Svadilfari away from his master, causing the mason to lose the bet. The union of Loki and Svadilfari brought Odin his 8-legged steed Sleipnir. The 3 chaos monsters. Some time after the wall was built, Loki, discontent with his faithful wife Sigyn, went to Jotunheim where he wooed the giantess Angrboda. In the time they spent together, Angrboda gave birth to 3 children as terrible as their father. The first, the wolf Fenrir, whose mouth reached from the heavens to the earth. The second, Jörmungandr, the serpent that encircled the earth. And the third was the goddess Hel. After hearing of their birth and the prophecies surrounding them, Odin had them brought to him. Once they arrive, he retains custody of Fenrir, has Jörmungandr thrown into the ocean to grow, and gives Hel dominion over Niflheim. The death of Balder. It was Loki who talked Hoder into throwing the mistletoe branch at his twin brother Balder, and therefore he is the true murderer of the god of light. After Balder's death, Aegir, god of the sea, invited all of the gods to his home so as they may forget their woes. It is here that Loki commits his final offense before his binding. Here he insults Bragi, calling him a coward and a poor man. He then goes on to insult Jörmungandr, Gefjon, Odin, Frigg, Freya, Nor, Freyr, Tyr, Heimdall, Skadi and finally Sif. After this, he is chased away by Thor. The binding of Loki. After Loki had been chased away by Thor for insulting all the gods and goddesses, Loki was then sought out and bound to a rock by the entrails of his son Narfi, who had been torn to pieces by his son, Váli, who had been transformed into a ravenous wolf. The faithful Sigyn kept watch over her husband, catching the poison from the serpent that Skadi placed over Loki's head. It was said that, when Sigyn left to empty the bowl, the poison would drip into Loki's eyes. His writhing from the pain caused earthquakes. He was chained until the day of Ragnarok, the end of the gods, where he will fight amongst the Jotnar and face Heimdall. Upon the field of Vigrid, the two will slay each other. Okay, that's all from Loki's story. If you have a request or suggestion, you can write it in the comment below. If you like this content, please share this video to your friends, your family, your girlfriend or boyfriend. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you all.